You're watching Rain Knight Gaming.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Rain Knight Gaming. I'm Rain Knight, and it's time for another Meta Watch. But not just any Meta Watch. We're going to do things a little differently today. Instead of going over to Eggman's site or looking at the results from Eagle's Nest or other tournament results like that, I decided to search around the interwebs and find a couple channels that were putting out really cool deck profiles, grab some of their first place deck profiles that they showed from their locals or other tournaments that they recorded people, and show you guys these decks. And then if you guys are interested in those decks or those channels, you can go to the descriptions below. I'll have links in there. You could go like, subscribe to all of them. And if you guys want to possibly be in a Meta Watch later on, go over to my Discord and you can go to the Meta Watch channel and drop in your deck, how you did, all the kind of stuff like that, and maybe you could be in the next Meta Watch. First up, we've got Oakii, and on her channel, she showcased Barbatos Aggro Blue Purple. Got first place and is doing awesome. I love myself some Burple, so I am more than happy to show this, and there's going to be one more Burple on here. I just wanted to show a couple builds that are like the same, but a little different. So first up, you can see this one plays, you've got your gems, you've got your gun tank, you're playing 3 of Barbatos first form. Not 4, that's a little different. Then he does play 2 and 2 of Raziel and the other vanilla. So he just kind of has a little bit of both colors. I do know a lot of people will tend to play all Raziels instead of the purple to try to mask what deck they're playing a little bit. That can come in handy. Selling out with more ping damage. You got to do ping damage with this deck. That's why blue pairs so good with purple. Of course, Grandpa Gundam to boost everything up, and your big boy at the end here just for some added ping damage and defense. Normal bases you're usually seeing, normal pilots, does play with Iron and Blood. Love that card. I think that's super slept on. Is really fantastic, especially on these low to the ground decks. It can really help you trade or get over bases with a smaller unit. Super cool. Fatal Strike's awesome, of course, and you got to have Pot of Greed. So really cool deck. Going into the next one, we've got NewType TCG with another Burple deck, but they consider this one a ping Burple deck. I guess you can probably call them all ping. This one's almost more aggro than the other one. So this one actually plays 4 gems, 4 grays, and 4 Hyzacs, 2 Hyzacs, to give just a ton of low, damage ability. Plus you got your 4 gun tanks. That is a lot of level 2s that they can just pump out real fast. Then of course you got your 4 first form. This is another one that's going to be high damage at a low level and cost. So really, really cool. Same thing with the Raziels. You are playing 3 of these. So you've got a lot of bottom end stuff that's going to be able to do a lot of damage for you. Continuing with the ping, if you're playing blue, you got to play all the ping cards that you get off from it. And then Grandpa and your Defender. Playing the same base, same pilots, a smaller package of commands than the other one. This one, of course, playing 2 Pot of Greed and 2 Fatal Strikes. So pretty similar, but a little different on ratios. This one going more low to the ground than the other one by a couple cards. So you can kind of see how this aggro version of blue-purple is starting to take over how people build this deck. You don't see a lot of like 4th form and stuff like that because people don't want to go to level 6 and stuff like that. And just because of how many blockers there are, you just don't get that suppression as easily as you would hope. So really cool. Love aggro decks, and these are really cool. Jumping into our third deck, we've got Red Purple from Supreme Kai. That's a fun channel name. Good old DBZ reference. This is a really cool ping deck, and it's not aggro like the other ones, the other purple decks I've been showing you. This one likes to go to that late game with their big boss monsters and just, rule things and destroy things with all their pingy damage. Of course, you've got your low-end gems or gens, I guess, that you play. You do, of course, play your vanilla, just the stat line's too good. Barbatos. This one does play Barbatos second form, which is a little different than you see a lot of the times, just because it's usually the one that gets cut. That 2/4 is not great. I mean, his boost is good, but just because you have to damage yourself to get it, it's a little rough. You've got your cash stuff. Obviously, you're going to play those in a ping deck. This is still probably one of the best ping cards out there. You know, it's a 5/4, 5/4, and does a lot of ping damage with its pilots. And plus, got another pilot that's going to help it do ping damage as well. So, really good card. Obviously, your big ping blocker from purple, and then Q comes in with his suppression and more ping damage. Super good card. I really think ping might start to take over the meta here in a couple weeks, just because I think people are starting to figure out ping a little better with the new ping cards, and I think it's going to take over, or at least knock 1 Year War out of the second spot. I think this may go right into the second spot. Wing, of course, is Wing. And then, of course, we do play bases, and we play a different base. We don't play the ping base. We play the one that helps boost up one of your units, which can be really helpful getting over those bases with your smaller stuff. It can be really, really helpful. Or just make your trades a little better, because you are doing ping damage, so that extra damage on one of your guys could let you trade with a much larger unit with one of your, gens or something like that. Playing a lot of pilots. Of course, we are playing all of our major ping pilots, our purple pilots, just a lot of good stuff. Actually surprised they don't play 4/4/4, but that would be probably too many pilots. And then we do play one command. We're playing Awaken a Power, super good. This just lets you get stuff back out from the trash. So really good card. Super cool deck. Going into our last deck, we've got a red-white deck from Hali TCG. Really awesome channel. Go check them out. This is a really fun build. Well, not fun if you don't like blockers, because this is a lot of blockers. And it kind of works similar to like a wing deck, where they're just trying to get to their big ping things down the way. Do you see they're playing a ton of blockers and then roll right into everything. They do play the Sanaju, which is a fun one to use. It gives you that high maneuver to help like finish things off. Of course, plays K, plays Q, just all good ping damage there. This is a really nasty high end. So, once you get to that 5, 6, 7, they're just going to drop these boss monsters on you, and it's not going to be fun for you at all. This one does play the ping base. It's pretty cool. It punishes people for getting through your bases. I really like it, and I don't like playing against it because it usually screws me over somehow. They are playing a ton of pilots. They're playing 4/4/4. They just want to lengthen the game and be able to hit those big links at the end, so that makes sense. So really awesome. And they do play ways to cycle through their deck a little bit. Obviously, they're playing Overflowing Affection. That's going to help them cycle through, ditching things that they don't need and picking up things that they do need. And then we play Unforeseen Incident and a New Sign. What's this do? I never played this card. Draw 3, discard 2. Again, cycling through. And let me know in the comments down below if you guys like this featuring other channels a little bit in these meta watches, other things like that. Because I'm more than happy to do more, because I watch a lot of YouTube and I have a lot of channels that I'm really big fans of. So let me know if you guys have certain channels you would like to see in the next meta watch. Let me know, and maybe I'll put them in. Hey, that's gonna be it for me, guys. You guys know what I always say. You stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. And I'll see you in the next one. See ya.